All right, today we've got a story for you that is just remarkable. We're going to talk about how a sport from Argentina, one you've probably never even heard of, is absolutely exploding in Kenya. And this isn't just about a game. It's really a masterclass in passion, smart strategy, and what happens when the world gets a little smaller. So I want you to picture something. Think of a sport that's just purely Argentinian. You know, it's got deep cultural roots way over there in South America. Got it? Now, imagine that exact same sport suddenly becoming the next big thing in Kenya. I mean, it sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? But it's happening, and it's happening right now. So let's dive in and see exactly how they pull this off. So every big movement has to start somewhere, right? And this one didn't begin with a giant marketing budget or some big government project. Nope. The whole thing started with the vision of one person, a single coach, back in 2019. And this is the guy who lit the fuse, Coach Lawrence Adera. He saw something in this dynamic game from Argentina and thought, hey, this could work in Kenya. So he, along with the Cestoball Kenya Federation, took on the huge task of planting that very first seed. But here's the thing. He wasn't doing it alone. And this is where it gets really cool. The Argentine embassy and the sport's main international body actually jumped in to help. They provided the essentials. We're talking equipment, expert training, and all the technical know-how to give this little idea a real shot at survival. Okay, so you've got a passionate coach and some basic gear. That's a great start. But how do you turn that initial spark into a nationwide fire? Well, you do it by building a rock-solid foundation, piece by piece. And they moved incredibly fast. I mean, look at this timeline. The sport shows up in 2019. By May 2021, just 2 years later, the federation is officially registered. And then, only 2 months after that, they're having an official launch at a major national stadium. Talk about serious momentum. Now here is a brilliant move. They didn't start by just trying to find players. Their first step was to create an army of teachers. Think about it. They trained an initial group of 50 coaches and 30 referees. They built a network of people who could then go out and spread the game all across the country. So smart. You know, this kind of growth wasn't an accident. It was practically architectural. They built it on 4 key pillars: getting Cestoball into schools to find young talent, constantly training more coaches and refs, reaching out into local communities to make sure everyone felt included, and having a strong national federation to guide the whole thing. And all that foundational work supports a really clear system for developing players. Let's call it the Cestoball pyramid. This structure is absolutely key for long-term success. It's designed to take a kid from the first time they ever touch a ball all the way to the pros. And really, the whole philosophy boils down to this one powerful idea: a clear pathway from grassroots to elite level. This isn't just about playing for fun. It's about showing ambitious young players that there's a ladder they can actually climb. So let's take a look at that ladder in action. It all starts at the mini level, just learning the basics, having fun. From there, kids move up to the youth level, where they start playing in school competitions. That feeds into the senior level for serious competitive play. And at the very top, you have the elite level, the dream, right? Representing Kenya on the world stage. Each step builds on the last. Okay, so by now you're probably wondering, what even is the sport? It's a great question. Let's do a quick run-through of the basics so you can picture the action. Getting the hang of it is pretty straightforward. Each team has 6 players on the court at any one time, and you can have up to 6 more on the bench ready to sub in. Now, what's really interesting is the strategy on the court. It's so simple, but it's balanced. You have 3 players who are purely dedicated to attack, and 3 who are focused only on defense. So unlike a game like basketball where everyone runs up and down the court, here you stick to your zone. It makes teamwork and positioning just absolutely critical. All right, so we've seen how they built the sport from scratch, and we know the basic rules of the game. All of this, of course, leads to the ultimate goal for any serious athlete: that chance to wear your country's colors and play for the national team. And making Team Kenya isn't like a one-time tryout. Not at all. It's more like a continuous audition. At tournaments and championships all across the country, the coaches and scouts are always watching, always searching for the next star. And trust me, the bar is set incredibly high. To even be considered, you have to perform at a top level consistently. You need to have elite skills and fitness, and you have to prove you're a disciplined team player. The final cut only happens after you survive a tough evaluation at the national training camps. So think about it. From a single coach's idea in 2019 to a full-blown national team ready to take on the world, the rise of Cestoball in Kenya has been nothing short of explosive. The journey has been incredible, but it leaves us with one last, really big question. Could this grassroots success story from Kenya become the new blueprint for how sports can take root anywhere on the globe?